believe that the NSA was monitoring his emails. My question is, one, on government surveillance practices, how do Americans think about their government? Two, what is the level of their trust to government? Three, can Obama scale back government surveillance, perhaps by executive order? And four, how would he justify doing that?
Thank you. You got away with that, asking more questions. Shucks, I should have been a bit stricter, but
that doesn't automatically happen. Or, another example is the country's leading human rights crusader is murdered, and great amount of evidence is in the press. You would think that would automatically lead to some kind of action. Here again, it's just not so clear. So I just wonder if the American participants could perhaps comment why that works so well in the United States and the Indonesian versus.
Actually, openness and transparency is kind of paradox. I've studied about that. Since, especially in democratic country like in Indonesia, the more open and the more transparent the government, sometimes it can gain more public trust from the people in Indonesia. But sometimes when it comes into the sensitive information, like corruption information, it can trigger some unstable things in government. How do you think about this condition? Because if we are too open, sometimes it can trigger our much trust, but if we too open too, we can make our government to be unstable. I think this is kind of paradox we have to study about. Thank you for the answers.
all the Silicon Valley people, and certainly on the East Coast, where all local types are centered, people care about it enormously, and were shocked. And even though there were inklings that these sorts of things were going on, we're just horrified. What has it done to public trust? Again, I think that divides. And
the key of the problem is so-called institutionalization. How to institutionalize new practice, new situation, or new regulation. It takes a long time to change it. Human as the actor of the society. Corruption is not a new phenomenon. I mean, my colleague, Mas Wisnu, he writes his dissertation on the history of corruption in Indonesia. Actually, I'm not present to read this dissertation, but my assumption that there was a corruption in Indonesia, and the problem is not properly addressed through this generation. So that's why now we have the situation